Sarojini Naidu was called the Nightingale of India by the Mahatma Gandhi, right? Why she was given this name? Because her poetry had lyrical quality attached to it, right? Her poetry had lyrical quality attached because of the colors. So because Sarojini Naidu used various colors, various imagery in her poem, in her poetry, Mahatma Gandhi, because of these qualities that were there in her poetry, named her the Nightingale of India. Nightingale is a bird that sings very nicely, right? She sings very beautifully, and because there was lyrical quality in her poetry, Mahatma Gandhi called her the Nightingale of India, right? This particular poem, The Bangle Sellers, is an example of a musical verse. Please don't make so much noise. Settle down very quickly. Right. This poem is a song on about the men who sell bangles. The name itself suggests the bangle sellers. Right. So they sell the bangles, and this poem is based on them. They come to the village fairs when the fairs are held in the villages and towns. These people come to sell various colored bangles. The different colored bangles, they symbolize the different stages. Come, look. Go at the back. Shift inside. These various colors of the bangles, they depict the different stages of life of a woman. Obviously, when we are talking about bangles, this poem relates to women, right? Because women wear bangles. So the different stages, as the stages of women pass, what they experience, that has been highlighted in this poem by means of the colors of the various bangles, right? That these bangle sellers bring. When the bangle seller is coming, it is not going to bring just one colored bangle or one type of bangle. They bring lots of bangles of different textures, different colors, and these things, they depict the various stages and aspects of a woman's life, right? Listen carefully to the music of the poem as you read it aloud. Look at the different colors of the glass bangles and see how well they are suited to the stage in woman's life. So you have been asked, you've been asked to read the poem and notice these minute details. Sarojini Naidu was an important presence in the freedom struggle and worked alongside Gandhiji. So not only she's a very good poetess, but also participated in the freedom struggle alongside Mahatma Gandhi. Her birthday is celebrated as Women's Day to recognize the powerful voices of women in India's history. Now we come to the poem. The bangle sellers are we who bear our shiny loads to the temple fair. Now this is bangle seller calling out, saying that we are bangle sellers and we bear means we carry with us. What do we carry? Our shining loads. What are these loads? Loads of bangles means a lot of bangles, right? Lot of bangles. They are, and these bangles are how they are? They are shining, right? So we bring shining loads to the temple fair. Whenever there is some festivity going on in the village, a fair is being held, it's being conducted, and these bangle sellers, they know that people are going to come to visit the fair, and so they come to this fair to sell their bangles because they know that when people will come, they will do some shopping, so we will also get a profit from there. So the bangle sellers are calling out. This basically, this poem is like the bangle sellers are calling out to the people selling their bangles. So what is the bangle seller saying? Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light? So the bangle sellers are calling out and saying that who is going to buy, means they are calling out that please come and buy, right? And what are they telling about their bangles? They are saying that our bangles are delicate. Why delicate? They are made of glass. If they are going to fall down, it's going to break, right? So they are very delicate. They are very bright because the colors that have been used to make these bangles are very bright, right? Then rainbow tinted circles of light. So now they are calling their bangles as rainbow tinted, means they have the colors of the rainbow, right? So it's a metaphor. They have called out the bangles as a rainbow, right? So they are saying rainbow tinted circles of light. So you can underline and write metaphor over there. Yashika, write it down. Please keep noting these points. So these are rainbow tinted circles of light. The bangle seller is praising his bangles by saying that, and while doing so, he is using a metaphor, right? Lustrous tokens of radiant lights. Luster means something that shines, right? You must have studied in physics that metals, they have luster. That is, when light falls on it, it gets reflected and it shines. So bangles also, when light falls on it on a certain angle, it sometimes shines. So they are calling what adjectives they are using for the bangles. It's very important, right? All these adjectives, they are very important. You will have to elaborate these adjectives to describe the bangles in various ways while writing your answer. So lustrous means that these bangles are shining, right? And they are token of radiant lives. They are symbolic of the radiant lives, right? Lives that like reflect out light. They are symbol of that. And life, whose life? For happy daughters and happy wives. So again, tokens of radiant lives is a metaphor. Why? Because the shining bangles are being compared to what? The radiant lives of happy daughters and happy wives, right? Okay. Then, so this was your first stanza. Basically, in this, the bangle seller is calling out to the people, praising his bangles and saying that I have got various bangles, shining ones, rainbow colored ones for you people. So, and these bangles are symbols of your life itself. So please come and buy these bangles. As we move to the second stanza, you will see they are going to hint on a particular stage of a woman's life. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist. Meet over here means suitable. Underline meet and write suitable. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist. So certain bangles that we have got are suitable for a maiden's wrist. Means like a woman who's yet a girl, not married yet, right? So some are suitable for this particular age, right? Some silver and blue as the mountain mist. So which colors did the bangle seller choose for the young girls? Silver and blue. And he compares these to the mountain mist. Mist, you know, right? That foggy thing that you get early in the morning, right? So on the mountain, when mist is there, it's so nice to see that scenery, right? It's so refreshing. So he is comparing the young maidens to that mountain mist. Some are flushed like buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. So now flushed like buds would mean pink color, right? Pink color, he's again then choosing pink color for the maiden. And why buds? Why does Sarojini Naidu use the word buds? Because buds are still closed. They have not yet bloomed into a flower, like you girls, right? You people have also, you're in a developing stage. You've not yet seen your life, right? There is, you have a full life ahead of you. So to show that young nurturing stage, this word bud has been used. So the young girls have been compared to the buds that have not yet bloomed, right? Keep writing these terms. On the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. So to just beautify the scene, what she has added, Sarojini Naidu has added that these buds are growing on the woodland stream. There's a stream, there's woodland, and these buds have, grown over there, and they are like these bangles, they have the color of these buds. That means they're very delicate and light pink colors, right? Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of the newborn leaves. Again, newborn leaves shows youth, right? So all the terms that have been used in this particular stanza refer to youth, right? So they are aglow means they have the glow, right? It's written as some are aglow. So they have the glow and they have the freshness of what? Of they have, you can write, they have the beauty of the newborn tender leaves. They have the beauty. Why are you not writing? Right? Atharna, write down. So they have the glow or the beauty of the newborn tender leaves. They are very delicate. They are full of life. They are so fresh, right? So they have been compared to the young unmarried girls. So what colors does this bangle seller choose for the young girls? Silver and blue that are like the mountain mist. Very good. Then as he moves to the third stanza, the bangle seller says, some are like fields of sunlit corn. Now the word like has come. So which figure of speech? Simile, right? So he is now comparing the bangles to the fields of sunlit corn. Means there is a corn field, right? And that sunlight is falling on the field, and this entire corn is as it is yellow and green, right? And then when sunlight falls on it, it becomes more beautiful, right? So some bangles, they have the shades of these corn that are lit up with sunlight, right? Meet for a bride on her bridal morn. They are suitable. Again, meet over here refers to suitable. So these are suitable for a bride, right? To be worn, these bangles are suitable to be worn by a bride. Some like the flame of her marriage fire. So the other bangles are like the flame of the marriage. Marriage fire is the ceremonial fire that is lit up in between, and then the bride and the groom, they take circles around that fire. So that ceremonial fire is being referred to as marriage fire. So some bangles, they have that golden yellow color of the flame, right? The flame is golden yellow in color, right? Maybe orangish. So that color has been taken out and bangles have been made with that color, of that color, and these bangles have been called or referred to be suitable for a bride. Then, or with rich hue of her heart's desire. So her heart would be red in color, right? But we are not, the poetess is not just referring to her heart, but her heart's desire. That is the passion, the love that she has for her new husband, right? So red color is also symbolic of love, right? So red color has been chosen for the bride. Why? Because it symbolizes the love and passion that a bride has for her new husband, right? So golden yellow color for symbolic of the fire, the ceremonial fire, her marriage that is going to take place, right? And the red color is symbolic of the love and passion that she has in her heart. And the sunlit corn also refers to fertility, right? Why field has been chosen? Because the field is going to produce crops. Similarly, this bride is also going to get married, then she's going to become a mother. So that motherhood has also been depicted over here. So in this stanza, the golden yellow color is depicting that her marriage is going to take place. Then the red color symbolizes the love that she has in her heart for her husband. And the cornfields represent motherhood, that in future she is also going to bear children, right? So you can see that in the second stanza, the maidenhood was taken up. That is the stage of life of a woman has been taken up. Then in the third stanza, the stage has come where she is going to get married, and in future there is probability that in future she is going to experience motherhood. Now, tinkling, luminous, tender, and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. So the bangle seller is saying that my bangles are tinkling. How tinkling? When you wear 2-3 bangles, what happens? As you move your hands, they make a sound. So that sound is being called tinkling, and it is being compared to what? Bridal laughter. You can write it over there. Tinkling of the bangles is being compared to the bridal laughter. Tinkling of the bangles is being compared to the bride laughter or the of the bride. Then the second adjective that has been used is luminous. Luminous again, you can refer it to like the shine, right? So the luminosity of the bangles is like when she's crying, the tears are basically water. So the tears also reflect light. So the luminosity of the bangles are being compared to the tears of the bride. Again, because the word like has come over here, these are similes, right? Write it down. That simile has been used where tinkling of the bangles has been compared to the laughter of the bride, and the luminosity of the bangles has been compared to the tears of the bride. Now, why tears? Why is the bride crying? There is happiness as well as there is sadness, right? Bride is happy. She's feeling blissful. Why? Because she's getting a husband. She's getting a new life. She's going to get settled. But at the same time, she's crying. Why? Because she's going to have to leave back her house and her people and go somewhere else. So there is happiness, there is sadness. Happiness has been represented by the tinkling of the bangles, and sadness has been represented by the luminosity of the bangles. So you can see that the bangles, they are representing both the things, right? So these bangles are symbolic of each and every aspect of a woman's life. They represent everything. They represent their happiness, sadness, maybe other feelings, whatever a woman experiences in her life, these bangles represent that. Tender and clear means very delicate, like a woman herself, and very clear, very, not, you know everything, right? Like her bridal laughter and her bridal tear. Then moving to the third stanza, some are purple and gold flecked gray. Now what colors have been chosen? Purple and gold flecked gray means there is gray bangle and then there is gold color also present. Now this is very tricky. Not just gold bangle has been, golden color has been chosen, not just gray color. It has been chosen in a combination, right? And then purple color has been used. We'll talk about it. For she who has journeyed through life midway. Now there is some woman who has journeyed her life midway, means the middle stage is also passed. Now we're talking about an elderly lady, right? She has experienced the maidenhood. She has experienced her the middle-aged life. motherhood and everything. Now she has reached the third stage of life. We are talking about an elderly woman whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed. So now whose hands means the hands of this woman that we are talking about. That is an elderly woman. An elderly woman about whom we are talking about, her hands have cherished. Why cherished? Why blessed? Because she has nurtured her children. She has passed the stage of motherhood. She has already cherished and nurtured her children and made them grow up and get settled in their life, right? So her hands have blessed other people, right? She has done her duty. So these colors, that purple and gold flecked gray, have been chosen to represent this maturity that comes with age. Maturity that comes with age. Written? And cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in faithful pride, and worships the God at her husband's side. So now she has played her part. She has born children, fed them, made them grow up, gotten them settled. Now she's done all her duties. Now what is left for her to do? She has served her household in fruitful pride, means she served her household and she's got the fruit of it also. That is, her children are now well settled. That is the fruit, right, of her hard work, right? And now she is full of pride. This purple color shows this pride that she has in her, that I have done my duties very well, right? And now what is left to do? She has to just sit by her husband's side in all the prayers. Means in her old age now, she has to just sit and worship God and be by her husband's side. Both the husband and wife, they have done their duties and they have to just worship God now, right? So this is all about first stanza. We talked, first stanza was a general call out by the bangle sellers to come and buy the bangles. He was addressing the women and saying that I have got bangles for all the stages. Then, as the stanzas progressed, he kept on telling that which colors I have chosen for what aged women, right? For maidens, they have chosen silver and blue to represent the youth and freshness. For the brides and all, they've chosen yellow, they've chosen golden and red to represent the love, to represent the happiness, to represent the sadness of the bride. And then purple color and gold flecked gray. Mind you, do not write gold and gray. It's a combination, gold flecked gray, right? Flecked means that put on lines and all stripes and all, right? So gold flecked gray combination has been chosen for the elderly women to show the pride that they have, that they achieve after serving the others their whole life, and to represent the maturity that one gets with age, right? So this is all about the poem. There are certain things that I'll make you write. I hope that you've written where it's given rainbow tinted circles, write metaphor over there. Then tokens of radiant lives, again a metaphor. Then in the third stanza, some are like fields, so simile. Then again in the same stanza itself, some like the flame of her marriage fire, again a simile, and then like her bridal laughter and tear, again a simile. Yes, in the second stanza, second line, silver and blue as mountain mist, again simile. Flushed like the buds, again simile. Right? Then can you give me an example of alliteration? Yes, Satyam. Sorry? Which line? First stanza. I am hearing these also. Please speak loudly. Third stanza. Bride on her bridal morn. One by one, one by one. Very good. Hue of her heart's desire. Hue of her heart's desire. Just above that, flame of a marriage fire. Yes, Shresh. Fields of sunlit corn. Where is alliteration there? Which alphabet has been repeated? Some and sunlit. Okay, fine. Yes, bridal laughter and bridal tear. Fine. Yes. That can be called as fine. Fine. Tranquil means peaceful. Brow is this eyebrow, so obviously the surface of the stream, right? Brow of the woodland stream refers to the surface. Tranquil means peaceful. Rainbow tinted circles of light means bangles of the colors of rainbow. That is multicolored bangles. Multicolored bangles or rainbow colored bangles. Write it over there. Where it's given rainbow tinted circles of light, write it there. The multicolored bangles, the multicolored bangles symbolize happy and prosperous lives. Happy and prosperous lives. Rainbow tinted circles of light, where it's given, you write it over there. These multicolored bangles symbolize happy and prosperous lives. Then it's written happy 2 times for happy daughters and happy wives. So underline happy and write happy is repeated. Happy is repeated to emphasize human element of the product. Human element of the product. Human element of the product of the bangle, right? You are attaching human things like elements to it, right? So to emphasize that, the word happy has been repeated. Also write down comparison. Next point, comparison between means basically there is comparison. If you want to write, I've just written as a phrase, you can add there is at the beginning. Comparison between different colored bangles, different colored bangles, different colored bangles to the different aspects of life, to the different aspects of life. So basically in the poem, there is comparison between the different colors of the bangles to the different aspects of life, especially of a woman, right? Next point, presenting folk life, F-O-L-K, folk life of India is a striking feature of Naidu's poetry. Naidu means Sarojini Naidu, of Naidu's poetry.